Hi, we're going to talk about my pageant experience today. Woo, this one is actually going to be such a fun one. I'm actually really excited. I've been meaning to do a video like this for a while, but I've just never really had time to. And so I'm doing it right now while I'm waiting to go to school. So I'm going to start out with how I kind of decided to do the pageant, because so summer of 2023 there was flyers everywhere for the sign up for Miss, and I had a job that was 6 a.m. to 10 a.m. It was not fun, but I did make lots of money, so that's all that matters. But basically I would walk to work because it was a babysitting job, so I would just go and babysit the kid, and it was a block away, so I would walk there, and there were 2 signs on my walk there. So, and if you don't know, 2 is my lucky number, so that was kind of the first sign. By the way, this pageant was for my city, so I live in a small town city in Utah, so it basically would have been my town. I would have been Miss my town. I was talking to my mom and she's like, Bella, you should totally do it. And I was like, I don't know, I don't think I'm gonna do it. Yeah, I was just kind of not really adamant on it, and they had what's it called? It was a meeting about it to give you kind of insight. The meeting day came, and I actually, that day, had decided that I wasn't gonna do it. My mom came home from work and she's like, oh, Bella, don't we have the pageant meeting? And I was like, yeah, but I don't really want to do it. She's like, and we were late. It started at 6 and it's 6:30 at this point. But she's like, no, you're going. If you don't like it, then you don't have to do it, but at least let's go to the meeting. And I was like, okay, fine. We get to the meeting, and they give you this flyer, and they start talking about all the things you need, and then all of the pageant experience and stuff like that. I'm sitting in this meeting and I'm like, okay, this is kind of boring, I don't really want to do this. And then they start mentioning your platform and your resume, which, if you don't know, a platform for pageants is a cause that you want to better, I guess. That's best way I can explain it. But it's basically a cause that you want to bring awareness to, and you would implement it into your city. And so once they started talking about that, my little brain started tinkering and working, and I was like, what would I want my platform to be about? And let me tell you, me thinking ahead, what I want my platform to be about, that was an already sign that I wanted to do it. Towards the end of the meeting, they're all like, okay, who's for sure doing it? And I raised my hand. I think it was just so funny, because I went from being I'm totally not gonna do this, I was not sure in myself, and we go to the meeting and I'm like, yeah, hell yeah, let's do this. That's kind of what sparked the whole Miss Santa. I gotta stop saying it. I gotta we had workshops every Monday, which I still miss. Our first workshop was our dress fitting. It was we just were going to a dress shop and trying on a bunch of dresses. Oh my god. We went to the dress shop and I had a few people try help me find dresses, but I have kind of my own certain type of style that I have with dresses, so I kind of just went on my own and I kind of found my own dresses, and they had so many beautiful options. One of the first dresses I tried on was the green one, and I actually loved that one. I was like, oh my god, this is gorgeous, I love it. And then I tried on the red one, and that was my mom's favorite, and I really loved how it fit me, but I don't know, I just something about it I didn't really love. one of our directors gave me the white one and she was like, you would look gorgeous in this. So I tried on the white one and I actually really enjoyed it. I was like, okay, this is different, this is fun. I didn't like the sequins because I hate itchy stuff, but I thought it was really fun and cute. All the directors were like, okay, put on your favorite dress so we could take a photo and we could post it, all of that. And I was still trying to figure out which dress was my favorite, and I was gonna go put on the green one, but then I was kind of looking around back at the dresses and I found this like pink one. And I was like, okay, let me try this on. Let me tell you that when I put that dress on, instant love. Instant. I loved it. Absolutely loved it. Like, my favorite thing ever. So I went home that day and I was like, Mom, I have to get this dress. Like, it's perfect. And my mom was like, yeah, but like, let's just keep like looking, you know, like you never know. And so I was kind of like, yeah, you're right, but like, that's the dress. So my cousin and my aunt took me and my mom dress shopping so we could find some more dresses, but none of them really stuck out to me. I personally didn't really like any of them. So later that week, we set an appointment to go back to that dress place where my dress was. I tried on this purple one and I actually loved it. Like, I kind of fell in love with it, but I was like, no, like the pink one's way better. My mom was like, let's get the purple. So I go and put on my pink dress and I'm just like, I'm in love. This is mine. I walk out and my mom like, we bought it that day. They also gave me a free pair of earrings and those are like my most cherished possession ever. I love those earrings. So our next big workshop was our headshot workshop. That's kind of a tongue twister. And this was the one where like if you took your headshot, you're in for life. Like basically we had to sign a contract to say that we were good, and yeah. I personally do not like my headshot. It looks fine. People have told me that I look beautiful in it, but I had cut my curtain bangs like myself the day before and I still had no clue how to style them. So you just see like my curtain bangs like straight and then the rest of my hair is curly. Ugh! Okay, the next big workshop that we had was our resume and platform workshop. My platform, I was doing suicide prevention, take time to care. And then your resume is basically just like stuff you've done, like leadership roles that you've had, and how you would implement your platform into your city and all of that. Oh, interview. So we had our mock interviews, which basically was like our interview, but like with like not the actual judges, just like fake judges. And so I went in and let me tell you, I was terrified of my interview. Like, I don't know what it was, but I was like terrified to do my interview. Like, I think it's just the fact that like you have to talk and you have to stand in like a certain position. Basically, you have to stand in third position, and if you're a dancer, that's like, we don't even dance in that position. So you have to stand in third position. You can't like rock, you can't fidget, you can't like move your hair or anything. You basically have to stand there, and you can't even use like big hand expressions either because it's distracting. It's like basically limiting you on what you can do. So I think that just kind of freaked me out. I mean, I went in for my mock interview and they were telling me like, okay, Bella, like you actually did so good compared to your first one. And I was like, oh, thank God. Like I felt so much better about it. Anyways, okay, here is the dress rehearsal. So we actually had two dress rehearsals. We had a mock dress rehearsal and then we had an actual dress rehearsal. So our mock dress rehearsal was at the elementary school by in our town. That one went on for 5 hours. And low-key kind of torture, but it was fun. We did the so basically the order that it went in was our opening number, then we had our talent, then we had our onstage question, and then we had our evening gown, and we did that twice, so it took us like 4 to 5 hours. Then the night before, September 8th, was our actual dress rehearsal at the school we were doing it at, and that we did not get done till 11:30 that night. 11:30. Okay, come pageant day! Ah! So our pageant day actually went very, very well. I had my interview, I think it was at like 3:30 or something, and so I had a little bit of time to get ready. And I started getting ready at like 1 o'clock. When I tell you, like I walked out of that interview so confident, and I was like, I may have just crushed that. I'm so ready for this. We get to our opening number, killed it, slayed it, didn't mess up on anything. Get to my talent portion. Mwah, perfection. I loved it. I did bobble on one thing, but I feel like it kind of looked fine because like I was bobbling to like the music, so it looked like it was kind of part of it. Then we had our onstage question. I answered it pretty well, but I can't watch myself say it. Like I can't watch the video because it makes me cringe. We also did have to do our presentation of our platform.
My platform is suicide prevention, take time to care. Last year, I fell into a dark mental state and tried to commit suicide. But even in my darkest moments, I had so many people that fought for my life more than I did. I plan to implement my platform into our community by going to schools in Santaquin and teaching kids the importance of kindness, and hosting activities to show our community how fun life can be. I want to bring a positive force into Santaquin that some people might not have.
Then time for evening gown. I loved my evening gown. I loved it. It slayed so hard. The only thing is I didn't walk slow enough. I kind of walked a little quick, and they tell you like imagine you're walking on clouds. I loved this experience. It was beautiful. Even though in the end I didn't end up like winning anything, just the experience itself like made me have so much more self-confidence, and I discovered myself in like so many different ways that I'm incredibly grateful for this experience. That's my pageant experience, and I hope you guys enjoyed, and I love you guys so much. Mwah.